Loverly Peacefuls, it's time for you to grow. So if you're ready to grow, you're in the right place, because we are going to be talking about all things growth. I'm sharing my top 3 essential oils that are amazing for hair growth, my tips for personal growth, all of that, so you can excel and propel in life, so you can move forward, and so you can be your best self that you can possibly be. If you have no clue who I am whatsoever, I'm Avishayel. I am an international best-selling author, lifestyle blogger, and writer. I am teaching you how to obtain and sustain a spiritually holistic lifestyle through spiritual, holistic, alternative methods, all of the good stuff, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. I've helped clients all over for 6 years now, off and on, because I had my own journey, which you can hear about in my book, I Made It Out. So let's get started. So I first want to talk about hair growth, because that was a huge deal for me. My hair didn't grow for 3 years, and I've spoken about this in another video as well as a podcast, which I'll link in the description box below. So my hair wouldn't grow for 3 years because I was very ill, very, very ill with liver damage, and my organs were shutting down, and it was a very, I don't want to say scary time, but it was a time of uncertainty. I didn't know if I was coming or going, if I was going to be here or not. So my hair did not grow for 3 years. Now, I remember when I was about 6 years old, and that was the first time ever I got a perm. I don't recommend anybody get a perm because it's terrible for your, I heard digestion. Like I said, I'm a medical medium, so it affects everything. I strongly heard digestion, so maybe some of you are having digestion issues who are watching this. If you know me very well, you know I get channeled messages and random messages that come to me that I do have to say from Creator, Spirit, and Angels, so I just dropped that in there. But it affects your blood. It makes your blood very toxic. There's also formaldehyde and various things that are in perms, which seep through your bloodstream, because your scalp is your skin. So it's seeping through your bloodstream and it's making your blood very toxic. And so I remember seeing Whitney Houston when she did the remake of Shaka Khan's I'm Every Woman, and I saw all these girls. They had, you know, straight long hair, and at the time I have beautiful 3B curls. I have 2C waves in the front, my natural hair. This is my natural hair too. But when it's curly, it's 2C in the front and then 3B curls all in the back. So I wanted a perm. So my mom was like, okay, sure. So I went to get my first perm at 6, and I was getting perms up until the age 23. So I was 17 years of literally burning my scalp. And no wonder I am a cancer survivor today. So anyways, that was one of the contributors to it, I'm pretty sure, besides nutrition and other stuff that I did. But anyway, so I was getting a perm for 17 years, and then after a while, I just decided to switch my diet because I was dealing with health issues, endometriosis, and things like that. I'm also an endometriosis survivor. Everything is in my book, I Made It Out. It is a bestseller in the child abuse category, and it's staying on the hot new releases. I released it back on October 18th. It's an excellent book. It will change your life. People love it. So I will also link that in the description box below. And if you're already getting value from this video, make sure you hit subscribe and give it a thumbs up. If you like it, hit the notification bell and let me know about your hair experiences. Did you have any hair scares, questions about hair growth, anything, okay? So once I changed my diet, I decided to also switch hairdressers because I'm like, I want to be all over holistic. The original hairdresser that I was going to, basically said that I couldn't wear my hair natural. So I was thinking hair meant that you had to burn every 8 weeks, because anyone who has gotten a perm, you know that your hair burns, like your scalp burns. So I was like, oh, this is painful. I would get a perm, then I would have to sit under the hair dryer for like 2 hours for my hair to dry. And I'm thinking that, you know, beauty is pain for 17 years. So I went to the other hairdresser, and she said, if you would have gotten one more perm, you would have gone bald. So my hair was usually long, but it didn't move. You see how my hair moves now? Like everything I do, my hair moves. You know, my hair was not moving at all with a perm. It was stuck, but I was like, my hair is long. You know, I was always happy that it was long. And so when I got to her, she was like, I had to cut 6 inches off. And I was like, at first I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Because I didn't know, I kind of figured my hair was a bit damaged, but I wasn't like, oh, it's that damaged. So she ended up having to cut 6 inches off. So I had a bob. I was so excited. She did it amazing, right? So once I went to her, I found out about, I noticed it wasn't growing. And I thought it was weird. It grew very slowly. So 3 years later is when it started to really grow. And it was just odd. This is when I found out why it wasn't growing in past years. It was just weird. It just wouldn't grow. My body was going through so many different changes. Like I said, with the liver damage, finding out I had diabetes, undiagnosed cancer at this time, 2016. I always, like I said, go read my book. You'll see a couple cancer scares in there. So I'm like, this is odd. You know, I go faithfully. I was like, I'm eating healthy, but see, I was not eating healthy before 2013. So I had just started to really eat healthy, or 2011, I want to say. That's when I started to eat healthy. In terms of my hair care, that was 2013. I try to keep up my best with the years, because it's been a lot of years. So I'm like, well, I'm eating healthy, but things don't happen overnight, okay? And sometimes things in your health get worse before they get better because your body's detoxing, it's regenerating, it's doing a whole bunch of things. It's allergic to certain things. It does all of these things. And if you want to know more about that, you can certainly work with me in my nutrition coaching programs. But so anyway, I started to get involved with essential oils, and I started to incorporate them into my healing regimen, because at this time, like I said, I wasn't doing too good. I had to change my diet around, and I noticed my hair started to grow once I changed my nutrition. But also, these essential oils helped it. So my number one essential oil, and in full transparency, I do have a little bit of, I call it a side hustle, but it really changes people's lives. I actually got awards for essential oils 5 years ago now, almost 6 years ago. I got it at Utah for helping hundreds of people. I was part of a company, a huge company, which I'm sure a lot of people know because they're very popular now. So I was educating people and traveling all over. I am a essential oil expert. I know about the chemical constituents, everything that they do. I can talk about these till my face turns blue, meaning when I stop breathing, okay? So I absolutely adore them. My first one is clary sage. Clary sage essential oil, Salvia sclarea. Hope I said that right, because one of my languages is Latin. Sorry, ancestors, if I fucked that up. So clary sage, I love to put I just got some in my eye. Maybe I needed clarity. Spirit was like, you need to see clearly. Put 2 drops. It really got in my eye. So if essential oils ever get in your eye, don't start screaming, except if it's oregano. Like, scream if it's oregano. Get coconut oil and just start rubbing your eye, okay? Or just don't be like me and get in your eye. And take 2 drops and just put it in your hair like that. I absolutely love the smell. And I think they put this in men's cologne, because I remember one of my cousins or uncle used to have a cologne. I was like, oh my God, clary sage is one of the notes. It used to smell really, really good. Okay, the next one is peppermint. So peppermint is another one that's great. Great for this. I had to get the clary sage out of my spirit's like, you gonna get clarity today. But anyway. Oh my God, peppermint is so good as well. Peppermint is excellent in chocolate too, by the way. I love to eat these. And what I love about the company that I do a little side hustle with, because my clients love essential oils, I educate them on this, and like I said, I do get a commission for it when people sign up and they're life changing. I absolutely love essential oils. So I do 2 drops of peppermint as well, and I'll show you. Here's peppermint. Menta piperita. Okay, so I did one. Peppermint in my eye. You'll think it's I always get shit in my eye. You'll think it's burning you, but it's really not. It's awesome. So peppermint is great for hair growth as well. It's great for soothing, opening up the cuticle as well, giving it that sensation. I like that the essential oils, they're adaptogenic. So if your hair is, or if your scalp is too oily, it will bring it into balance. If your scalp is too dry, it will bring it into balance, okay? The body likes homeostasis, aka balance, and so things start to work properly, like hair growth, and it will start to grow rapido when you put these in here. Rosemary is the third one that I put in my hair for hair growth. I have my hairdresser use this. She's great. Every time I see her, it's always a great time. Rosemary. And see how it got like, ooh, shiny and silky there? These are amazing. I absolutely adore them. Rosmarinus officinalis. Hope I said that right too. Rosemary, absolutely love that. Love and adore it. These are all great for hair growth. It will give you a massage your scalp. I absolutely adore these and love them. I adore these and love them. Let me know, drop a comment below if you want a educational tutorial on these essential oils personally. So that is my hair growth story. Let's move on over to personal growth. So you can't, I just heard the song, you can't have one without the other, Married with Children, that show. You can't have one without the other. So if you're working on your physical growth, you also need to be working on your mental, emotional, and spiritual growth. It's truly, truly important. And I actually remember traveling with these essential oils, and a woman that I had told a very intimate and intricate story to at the time, and also my grandmother presented it to my mom, and she said, I wonder if she's sick, specifically with liver damage because of what happened to her. And another woman that I told, she said, you told me a very traumatic story, and she said, I think you should take a break, from traveling. And at the time I was, trying to hustle and trying to do different things. So I didn't want to do that. At the time I had edema. I was wearing furry boots everywhere. I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs, but I wanted to get funds coming in because I was working for myself. I also wanted to help certain people. I loved buying people groceries. Used to buy my grandmother groceries when she was here. I love you, G. I love my Ganny. She passed on over, but I'm a medium, so I get to talk to her. Seriously, I do. And I'm in full disclosure of who I am and what I am about. At the end of the day, you always have to be yourself at all times, okay? So she was very concerned about that. So I ignored that. I put it on the back burner. I said, nope, I'm gonna keep traveling till my body kept knocking at my door, and I had to face my emotional issues to get better physically. I had to face my emotional issues to get better mentally. I had to ground myself spiritually to feel better mentally. Because let's face it, there's so many people with anxiety and depression because they're not grounding themselves spiritually. There's a lot of people, and raise your hand if you're at home, if you're one of those people who just hop out of bed and start your day, and you don't implant positive things in your head. You don't read any texts. You don't read any books. You don't, do chakra healing and meditation and use obsidians and do some form of exercise or yoga or paint or do any of your talents. If you're not doing these things, you're allowing whatever, that's why I say universal law is so important, because you can manifest exactly what you want that day. When I used to go to church, I don't go anymore, but my pastor always used to say, what did she used to say? Something like Jesus lives on the inside of me. And when I used to say that, it really helped me. Whatever you believe is fine. I'm very free flowing. I'm very open-minded to different things. Whatever helps you. okay? But she used to say, Jesus lives on the inside of me. And all throughout the day, I manifested positive things because my brain was focused on positivity. So always remember that you have the power to do that. So I highly recommend doing that. Another thing that I recommend is listening to podcasts. I actually have my own podcast, the Avi Unfiltered podcast. It's the most blunt, holistic health and wellness podcast there is. It's been top 200 in Ghana, top 200 at Canada. It's been charted here, I think in the 300s here. It's more popular internationally. And I produced it and engineered it, so I'm proud of the success that it has had, from 2019, doing it myself. So I highly recommend, listening to podcasts, imparting stuff, because you have three minds: your gut, your heart, and your brain. And what they're hearing is how you're going to function. Reprogram your subconscious, to elevate. Another thing that I recommend is building new neural pathways. Now, this is going to take a bit. My mom actually introduced this to me because she used to be a certified minister, and at the church. And I remember we both don't go to church now, but when she said how to build new neural pathways, this was the first time I ever heard it. And that was a difficult task for me, but I did it. I had to envision myself losing weight. I had to envision myself well, and I did it because I'm here now. And at the time, I was heavily overweight, about 168, which is a lot to hold for my height. My height at the time was 5 feet 4 inches. And according to a well-known doctor, that was too heavy for me. I will also link his podcast below. He is a famous doctor that I had the pleasure of interviewing a couple times. So it took visualization, but then it took action, because we know that faith without works is dead, right? So I had to put the, pedal to the metal and move my arse. Move my arse. So that's what I did. Those are the tips that I recommend, very quick tips. If you have any tips of your own, please drop them below. That will help you grow. If you want me to do another video on this, let me know. We're gonna move on to the card of the day. I read cards differently, and I do readings differently. Sometimes I use tarot, sometimes I don't, because I don't necessarily need the cards. This is a tarot of the Moors deck. These are my ancestors on there. If you want to see a full video or more daily videos, head over to my TikTok. I have 15K on there. I appreciate all of you. To help people with their health and everything. It's not all about the love and the twin flame and the soulmate that people push on the YouTube and everything. So, and I also read the cards differently. Okay. So the cards that I got have the 10 of Wands reversed, the Chariot, the 9 of Discs. I'm not going to do a full reading, so let me just pick one card from here. But I feel like you're going to be feeling more emotionally balanced, less overwhelmed, okay? Less burdens, okay? But I do feel like some of you need to make a decision as to what you want to do for your purpose, okay? To become more financially stable. I also heard, let no man teach you. Sometimes you don't need to go to school to be financially stable. You don't need to go back to school or doing anything like that to be, financially stable. You just need to do your purpose. You need to get to know yourself. You need to get to know your birth chart, okay? That will help you live a better life. Take it from me. I will also link my podcast of my journey to finding my purpose and how much happier I am now working for myself versus working a 9-to-5. So some of you may not be feeling fulfilled at a job, and Spirit is saying it's not meant for you to, okay? So let's also see the word of the day. Well, we're gonna use one of the essential oils. I'll just use this. It's a Latin word. Let's see. So the word of the day is going to be menta piperita, and it's peppermint. Okay, you can use peppermint essential oil for boosting energy, for digestion. I heard rheumatoid arthritis. Wintergreen will also help in conjunction with peppermint. Okay, also seeing scalp, hair care, hair growth. I could go on and on and on. I'm getting a bunch of different messages. But that's the card of the day, that's the word of the day, that's the video. I do everything differently because I'm just being spiritually guided and I love to have fun and do my own shit, you know? And I cuss, I don't know. YouTube, do what you have to do. I cuss from time to time. I'll try to limit it, I guess. Or whatever. Let me know if you want these essential oils. I will also link where you can get them. Sign up under me. Like I said, I'm an expert on these. I am a holistic health coach, certified holistic health coach, raw food educator. I've helped everybody lose weight to helping people with cancer. I've helped myself with cancer. I've helped other people with pancreatic cancer, shrink their tumors. I've been on, the whole spiel, the whole deal. I've helped people with gallbladder issues, everything. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey. It's been an amazing, amazing journey. So if you want to know where you can get these, definitely sign up under me because I'll be able to help you. And let's go from there. So have a wonderful day. Have a progressive day. Have a transformative day. If you want to have one, love, really peacefuls, and I'll see you in the next video.